Welcome to another week of On the Couch with Dan and Dane. And this week we're going to talk about who makes the right team for you, right? Who do you need in your back pocket? Who needs to be giving you the advice? Probably not going to be your sister who bought an investment property 20 years ago, giving you outdated advice there. Yeah. But who are the people that are in the know and are critical to make sure that your journey is not problematic at all? So who are the big four, Dan?
Absolutely, yeah. So you got the big four banks, but you need your big four team as well. So first and foremost, I think everyone knows already about a mortgage broker, right?
Yeah.
They're the master of the money. They're the ones that are going to get the big X-ray machine, shove it on top of you, and they're going to see your bones, right? They're going to understand what your financials look like, and they're going to give you go, no-go criteria.
Yeah.
Be like, if I want to buy a property, how much money will the bank give me? Yeah. How much can I afford?
Yeah.
And I kind of find there's a variety of mortgage brokers, right? There might be the guy that's just done his 3-day mortgage broker's course. He's gone, you know what, I'm going to have a crack at this. How good am I going to be as a mortgage broker?
Yeah.
But then there's also on the far side of the spectrum, there's a mortgage broker that understands how to play the game. Yeah. And I mean, you defense members, you got to know how to play the game. It happens with Pac-Man, right? You need to know how to play the game in this regard.
Absolutely.
And that might be down to a first-year mortgage broker might be sitting over here going, go back and save some more, pal, versus a very experienced mortgage broker might just go, well, if we tweak A, B, and C, we're going to be in the game 12 months earlier. So you need to have an awesome mortgage broker in your hand.
Absolutely.
Who's your next person?
So the next one is going to be your conveyancer or solicitor. Depending what state you're in, they can be called whatever, but they're going to go through and make sure that the terms of your contract are carried out and enact settlement. So they are critical. Big ones with that. Fixed price ones, right? If something does go crazy and you need to talk to your solicitor all the time, you don't want to be in a fee, right? A structure where every time they send an email, that's another $50.
Just growing and growing
just growing.
You need me to make a phone call? No worries, mate. Another $100 in the pocket.
100%. So making sure you get the right person there, and they are critical because you're required one by law. And there they are. So what about you, mate? What's the next one?
I'm going to go with your property advisor.
Yep.
So that's what Strike does fundamentally, right? We provide property advice to people, credited under the Property Investment Professionals Australia, qualified, competent advice based on knowledge, skills, and experience.
Yep.
That's what you need in your back pocket to actually take you on the journey.
Yep.
Because, I mean, most people out there, you're going to buy maybe 2-3 properties in your entire life. And we might be doing that 2 or 3 properties in a month or in a week sometimes, depending on how good it's been at that point in time. But you build the experience through doing the activity.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been doing the activity, like you're out of the game, you've been out of the game for a while. So you need to understand what is contemporary and relevant and what is performing well in the current property environment.
100%. Have some tertiary education behind them. So the other one, but not least, last but not least, as they say, is having an accountant. And it is very, very critical to know the difference between your tax agent and an accountant. Tax agent, they can run through to your income tax. You're getting to the end. You're just on a standard PAYG. You're in the RAF or whatever it is. Going to an accountant might not really need to happen for you, whereas you might just have a tax agent that does it. But as your portfolio grows and you start to look at ownership splits and how we're trying to achieve our goals in the long run, an accountant becomes very, very, very important, right? Yeah. Because you are looking about, well, how's the best way to have this structured for the future to get me to a comfortable retirement? So I know we work very tightly with one. She's second to none. So if you ever need to reach out to us to get a really fucking awesome one, make sure you do that. So that's probably our big four, mate.
Absolutely. The big four, they're really important to have on your team because with them, your property journey can go to up here, but if you've only got a mediocre team, you might be restrained down here.
Yeah, you're going to undershoot the mark for sure. All right, that's it for this week. See you next week on the couch, Dan and Dane.